Good afternoon, everyone. This is our magnificent old Jaguar XJS V12 HE, and it's a restoration project, but it's my son's, and he's got a family now and other commitments, so it's ground to a halt. There's the door trim off there. There's the inside. In the back there, I believe that's a spare wheel cover, a headlight trim, and various other things. Tightening up the spare wheel. This was scraping rust off, and I believe this whole trim on the back can be replaced anyway, but I'm not absolutely sure. We know there's various things missing. Well, that's all in there. Let's just check something. Yeah, that's the number plate. I'm just double checking. Spare wheel. A relatively new battery, actually, and that rear tyre won't pump up, although the spare seems to have pressure in it. One bizarre thing, and I don't know why this is, the spanner for undoing the wheel nuts that's in the car doesn't fit those 23mm wheel nuts, and rather annoyingly my tool set jumps from 22mm to 24mm. They don't include a 23mm socket, so I couldn't get them off, put the spare on. So if you're coming to pick it up, depending on your plans, you might want to give some thought to that. And here it is. Radio's out of it. I don't know where that is. There's a door trim missing. There's a hole in the floor that needs welding up. If we're lucky, it might fire. The key's in it, yeah. And yeah, I'm legged, so I can put my foot on. And thinking about it. There it goes. It's just about missing the it's full of very stale petrol, and so it's barely running, but it does turn, it does run, and transmission there, and but it's only firing about 3 cylinders, so it's again, it'll need a winch or it'll need work on it. It's actually had new plug leads, and the headline is missing, or it's sorting out, but there's the headline is missing, and let's have a look. Let's see if I can wriggle out of it. There you go. Tyre is flat on that side, so it'd be a little bit higher up on this side, and that's gone. Ooh, yeah. That looks quite solid, but that not so much. So I think the sills are solid, but I'm not so sure about the floor. Anyway, so it's going to need welding, and you're going to do it properly. It basically, you need to take the whole thing to bits and then put it all back together again. That's what I'd do. And I believe the wings are bolt offable and replaceable. The front ones are anyway. That looks like it's had filler in before, and it's down there, and that's needs replacing. And but it spins over and it goes into gear, but again, that needs attention. funny enough, I've got Thames Water in the garden working on putting a drain in. That's what that's about. But there is no doubting the magnificence of the long bonnet Jag. It's what a car. V12 and all. So easily restorable. It's not a basket case by any means, and it was actually on the road. It was MOT'd and put on the road. It's my son's wedding car, but the problem is weddings mean families, and families means not time to work on cars. So it has actually spent a lot of time in the garage, but I had a lorry container which I've let go, which meant all the stuff I had in it is now in the garage, which means the car is outside here, which means it's kind of focused the attention to get moving it on, because having it sat outside is obviously not as good for it as undercover. So before it gets ruined, I thought time to let it go. And so what is it now? It's May 2022, making of this video. So if you're tuning into it in 2034, it's obviously not going to be relevant, but and needs a good polish. So, but no, it's a lovely car. And oh, let me show you the engine. I need to show you the engine. I forgot. Slight oversight there. A funny lever thing here. Put it down. There you go. That's quite a long lever. That it's like the undercarriage lever in a DC-10. Let me click that one there. Ah, one thing I can proudly show is the fact that the bonnet struts still work, and I say still work. They're new. The new bonnet struts. And there's the engine. And note that the WD and WD-40 stands for water displacement, and you can't see it actually, because whenever I'm working on anything, I do actually use that stuff and squirt it here and there, and it really makes a difference. It gets down bolt threads, and it gets to places that water would normally go. So when you want to undo things and it all rusted solid, really makes a big difference. And a lot of that is the water repellent. And in fact, obviously some water's got in as I've been hosing the car down, as it was covered in leaves, and it kind of, water bobbles up on it. It really does. It's like wax. And so there you have it. One engine goes sort of, and they say looking for a new home. And so there you have it. Let's finish up over here. And obviously the bonnet not quite shut. And so there you have it. Woohoo!